This presentation is for the Public Health Committee of the Connecticut General Assembly. Dear members of the Public Health Committee, I'm a public health nurse and I would like to bring to your attention that Connecticut children are exposed to unsafe radon level in public schools. Why should we be concerned about radon exposure? Well, it is the second leading cause of lung cancer after smoking. The first leading cause of lung cancer among non-smokers and is responsible for 21,000 deaths annually in the United States alone. Radon has no color, odor, or taste. It is impossible for people to know radon presence without special testing. Because of the silent nature of radon, people often minimize its danger. Despite the combined efforts of health organizations around the world, the risk of radon exposure is often perceived as distant, uncertain, and easily discounted. That is why legislative actions are crucial to ensure a healthy school environment. Right now, you must be thinking, wait a minute. Connecticut already has a law requiring all schools to test for radon. It is true. Connecticut is one of 13 states with radon law in place, and I am so proud of my state for doing that. But it does not mean that we should stop there. At this time, the action level for radon mitigation is set for 4 PCI per liter. Why this number? This number was provided by U.S. Environmental Protection Agency because radon exposure at this level or above is dangerous for humans. Does it mean that radon exposure below this level is safe? Not at all. As a matter of fact, the very same page of EPA's website stated that there is no established safe level for radon. Moreover, the EPA recommendations for homeowners of America is to consider mitigation when the radon level reaches 2 PCI per liter. Not 4, but 2. If EPA recommendations are not convincing enough, maybe we can agree with the World Health Organization recommendations. In 2009, it published a handbook on indoor radon, which recommended mitigation when the radon level reaches 2.7 PCI per liters. That was published 15 years ago. Why didn't we listen? I just want you to see a clear picture. In 2007, our state, one of the first in the country, committed to the well-being of our children by protecting them from radon exposure through legislative actions, making it a law to keep our children free from high radon level. During the following 17 years, our state put a lot of effort, human resources, and money, all in an attempt to keep breathing air in Connecticut schools safe. Except we didn't keep it safe. Our greatest achievement is that the air our kids breathe in is not an imminent danger. But we can do better. We can use the Minnesota Intervention Wheel, which provides a comprehensive framework for addressing public health issues. The good news is that lowering the radon action level will not require much effort or a lot of resources from the state of Connecticut. That is because our great state is already ahead of the game and has put all necessary policies and procedures in place. Our schools conduct regular radon testing, and DPH maintains reports with test results. DPH also has a list of licensed contractors for mitigation work and great educational resources available online or in print upon request. The school administrators know exactly what to do, what paperwork to file, where to go, and whom to call for help because they have been doing it for years. So the red and the green wedges of the intervention wheel are already in place. What we do need is education at all levels. Research shows over and over that despite growing awareness of radon health risk, many people still don't know about it. And those who do tend to minimize the risk and believe that only miners in granite quarries should worry about radon. I am here to educate you, our legislators, to dispel many misconceptions, to clear old beliefs, so you can make well-informed and science-based decisions in updating our laws. We must also educate our school communities, boards of education, administrators, teachers, and supportive staff. Despite being well-educated professionals, they might not know much about radon because it is not the area of their expertise. Finally, we need to teach our children about radon danger the same way we teach them about other health risks, such as smoking or overeating. More importantly, we need to convey this information to their parents. DPH and CDC created great educational materials, but we need to do a better job bringing it to people. Spending some time during health class discussing the DPH pamphlet on radon exposure and sending this pamphlet home with students would be a great start to raising radon awareness and building community support for our initiative. Of course, we can't do it alone. We must collaborate with Department of Public Health, Environmental Protection Agency, and American Lung Association, who are already committed to the cause and will be a great help in educating and building support from the school community and students and their families. We also hope to collaborate with Connecticut Nurses Association, which can help involve local nurses in launching a social media campaign that will educate community about radon and ask individuals to support our legislative efforts, which will fall under the orange and yellow wedges of the intervention wheel. These are the goals of our initiative. We hope that the Public Health Committee of the Connecticut General Assembly will introduce a bill during the 2026 session posing revisions to Connecticut General Statute, Section 10-220D, lowering the action level for radon exposure in schools to 2.7 pci per liter. By the end of the next school year, in June 2025, we hope that at least 25% of local and regional boards of education will receive education about health risk associated with radon exposure and information for training resources related to radon testing and mitigation provided by the Department of Public Health. On individual level, by the end of the next year, at least 50% of high school students in Connecticut public schools will be provided with educational pamphlets regarding the health risk associated with radon exposure, accompanied by explanation from either teachers or school nurse. Let me recapture the main points. Connecticut requires school test for radon and mitigate if level is 4 pci per liter or higher. EPA recommends mitigation after radon level reaches 2 pci per liter and noted that there is no established safe radon level. World Health Organization recommends mitigation at 2.7 pci per liter since 2009. With this, I urge you to change the existing statute and reduce the action level for radon mitigation in Connecticut schools to the level recommended by the World Health Organization 15 years ago. Our kids deserve it. Thank you for your attention.